hard to the ground once more. That's when he realized his spider powers were rapidly fading away. His vision even reverted to over 1,000 degrees of nearsightedness. Without his Spider-Man abilities, Peter decided to give up being Spider-Man for good. He put on his old glasses again. This time, when patrol cars chased criminals, he simply stood there eating a hamburger. However, without being Spider-Man, Peter had more time to focus on his studies. Life seemed to be getting better after hanging up his suit, yet without Spider-Man's protection, the city's crime rate skyrocketed to 75%. This made Peter question whether giving up being Spider-Man was the right decision. Suddenly, a nearby building burst into flames. Peter instinctively reached for his shirt collar, then remembered he had completely discarded his Spider-Man suit. Still, he rushed into the fire and found a trapped girl. Just before the final explosion, he successfully saved her. But after overhearing firefighters talking, Peter learned there were still people trapped in the next room who hadn't escaped. This filled him with guilt. If he were still Spider-Man, he could have saved those innocent lives. Back home, Peter was surprised to find lazy Joey helping Aunt May clean the house. Joey explained he was doing this because he wanted to help more people like Spider-Man does. In that moment, Peter realized Spider-Man had already become a hero in people's hearts. He finally regained his confidence and decided to become Spider-Man again. He climbed to the rooftop and began his running start. With determination in his eyes, he leaped toward the opposite building without hesitation. But just then, Peter fell straight down. He still hadn't recovered his Spider-Man powers. Then one day, Peter's clear glasses suddenly blurred. After taking them off, he discovered his powers had returned. So he went to the newspaper office and retrieved his suit. As the newly returned Spider-Man, Peter suddenly spotted a runaway train. Using his spider sense, he detected that the tracks ahead ended in a cliff with nothing but open air. He immediately jumped to the front of the train and tried to slow it down, using the strength of his legs. But even with his superhuman durability, he couldn't withstand the force of tens of thousands of tons. Then Peter came up with another idea. He shot webs at both sides of the tracks, trying to use their tension to stop the train. However, he underestimated the structural integrity of the surrounding buildings. An entire exterior wall collapsed instantly, and Peter nearly got dragged under the train. He barely managed to release his grip and stabilize himself. As the train approached the cliff edge, Peter shot out more webs. This time the building walls wouldn't collapse, but all the force from those tens of thousands of tons concentrated on his body. His Spider-Man suit began to tear apart, and his body reached its limit. Fortunately, the train finally came to a stop. Peter saved everyone on board, but the massive impact left him unconscious. Fortunately, bystanders came to his aid. A moment later, Peter slowly regained consciousness and realized he wasn't wearing his mask. What was remarkable was that no one there revealed his identity.